This a cold start?
Yeah, it's a cold start.
Do I need to look up a checklist?
I'm just doing an auto start.
I'll look up a checklist. I think this one's actually not too hard.
Oh, hey, look, that ship to the right is getting too close to the fleet.
Is that,
Sucks to be them.
Oh. Well, I hope nobody's Amazon shipment was on that.
Yeah, somebody's Amazon stuff's gonna get delayed, but at least they got fire sticks. I can see it from here.
All right. Back to consulting the Googletron for a F-18 Hornet startup checklist.
Hey, the ship's getting a boarding party. What's left of it? That's better service than the Coast Guard right there.
You know, if you were going to be realistic, you would have just had them ram them.
Tried that last night. It didn't work well.
Oh, it didn't? You can't. Oh. Is there going to be a way to manually script it for a collision?
No, I got the ram to happen, but the problem is that the ships did not make contact. They kind of floated through each other. So it's just like, well, damn.
Oh, the deck is rocking pretty hard today, too.
Mm-hmm. Wind keeps on wanting to push me over a little.
Yeah.
Dude, what the hell? Did you see that? Is he okay?
Yeah, they don't have a hitbox. They're fine. I'm gonna get a jug of water and then I'm gonna get ready for cat.
Man. Well, nobody waved me off.
Well, you actually have to call out that you're doing a landing to get the audio call outs.
Alright, I'll do that next time.
You and I are used to doing it the quick and lazy way, so we never hear the guy doing the call outs, which is fine because I find the call outs to be incredibly fucking annoying and distracting and they screw me up. Just let me do my thing.
Yeah, for real.
And maybe she was the same way, you know, if you think about it. She probably had that thing cranked way the fuck down. It's like, God, this guy fucking distracts the shit out of me.
Yeah, maybe.
I wish he'd just shut the fuck up. All right.
Okay, my refueling's complete. Oops. He said complete.
Maybe he was doing a rearm too.
I had nothing to rearm.
We doing a takeoff formation thingy?
Sure, if the guy will let me do it.
I'll go first.
Give me a moment.
Is it up?
They're not responding to me.
Or is it down? Or is it this one? This one? That one. Okay. So that's why I tell you don't climb above 500. That guy was close enough to grab my ass. When something's stuttering, what do I got running now? Oops, there I go. Because I wasn't in the game, I was figuring out what's making me stutter. Oh. Hey Chief, can you do me a big favor? Could you remove the wheel chocks so this catapult will work? You might want to duck as soon as you pull them.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
I'm like, why the fuck isn't this working? I gotta go to external. Unable to comply. I'm a fucking asshole. Okay. Yeah, because it's unsafe, right? Well, why the fuck did you put them on in the first place?
Chief, remove the wheel chocks. Unable to comply.
Wow, he won't remove the wheel chocks.
I can see how that could be a problem.
So that means I'm just stuck here.
Well, you may have to run over the wheel chocks. Put your nose in NWS high.
You don't understand, I'm locked in on the catapult. I can't move. And they won't launch me with the chocks on.
Crackers.
Because of how you fucking made the mission, Brian. Come on. Fucking cold start bullshit.
I'm not
See
used
if
to
I
Navy
can...
stuff. That's weird.
If I salute him again, will he stop? There's no delay when this guy does it.
Always got to go with McGavin.
That makes me want to write in the Eagle Dynamics forums. You need to make this realistic. There's got to be like a 15-second delay from when he points to when the guy finally launches you.
I am not drifting left anymore. I am right online.
Now
I
you
am
see.
America online.
Now you see why I never listened to that prick.
Yeah. See, that is right online, dude. How'd I do? Wire 4. It's your fault, LSO.
You think that's what she said? It's your fucking fault.
That is all on you.
I had it. You distracted me.
I just need to refuel again. You know, it's weird. It seems like the mid-air refueling goes faster than the on the deck refueling.
Probably does.
As opposed to the Air Force refueling where it's faster to get it on the ground. Downside is I doubt that little tiny tanker will hold enough fuel to sustain me to be happy. How much that thing carries? Probably not much. I mean, it's a tiny little plane.
Yeah, I'll get rid of that fucking radar altimeter alarm. I see the number on my screen. I don't need a warning. Leave me alone. It's a video game. It's a video game. Getting a lot of turbulence here at water level, I'll tell you that.
Well, yeah, the wind's at 27.
It's like coming up off the waves, huh?
I got turbulence right now, and I'm on the deck refueling.
Now, there's a question for you. Would that have played a factor?
No. As long as you follow that mute ball in and listen to the LSO.
There would be absolutely no opportunity for just a random drop and lift for a half second?
I did some reading into it, and I think I know what the problem was.
Uh-oh.
They stuck a shitty processor in that aircraft that can't handle more than like 6 control inputs at a time.
Oh, yeah, like that keyboard I used to have.
Yeah, so...
So she needs to get a mechanical keyboard.
LSO tells you, wave off. You're already inputting a little bit of right rudder to compensate for the wind. You're adjusting with the stick and the throttle. And that's like, I don't know how many control inputs that is that I just said. And then all
The
of a sudden
stick is 2. The rudder is a 3.
3. And,
how many?
And she's also inputting, you know, forward, aft, left, and right stick also because she's doing left rudder, right aileron. And she's compensating, like using the rudder to steer just a little bit in order to get in. And then LSO says wave off, right? So she slams the throttle forward, and at the same time she's still got her feet on the rudder pedals, which she has to in order to stay in line. And then when she pulls up, the aircraft says, wait, this input doesn't make any sense. I bet she didn't mean to do that, so it doesn't allow her that command when she needed it the most.
Like I said, the computer's flying. You're just an observer.
Computers... Well, I was about ready to say something, but I don't want to get banned. But the computer is uncouth.
I don't disagree. I think the more removed the pilot is from direct control of the aircraft, the less ability they have to recover from a deadly situation.
Yeah. If they want a computer-controlled aircraft, they can build a drone, but if you're going to stick a pilot's ass in the seat, let the pilot fly it.
And that's the funny thing is, because of how it is wired, it can be flown as a drone. You can just take the fucking cockpit canopy off, just take the ejection seat out, put in a dead weight to preserve the center of gravity, and then away you go. It's almost like they just stuck somebody in the cockpit because the Air Force said they had to.
Yeah. You coming in for a landing?
Altitude.
I'm burning off some fuel.
Okay.
So, anyway,
sure.
I've been not been
people to run in front of you.
I've not been ignoring you, Handsome. We just kind of got into a conversation, and then I don't like breaking a good topic when I finally get one. It's hard for us to get something going. So he said, I've actually sat in a Hornet with the helmet on and all, and they're bigger than expected. The helmet itself is $400,000. Yeah, I believe that. It's a different number than you quoted, Brian, but that's probably adjustment for dropping parts prices over time.
Huh. Well, when I was in the F-18 cockpit, the helmet only costed about like $80. So
Was that with the Was that with the JHMCS or whatever the fuck they call it?
Nah, this was back in the early 2000s. This guy just had a regular old helmet. It didn't have the HMD.
I have a feeling Hanson's talking about the helmet mounted display.
I guess so. I mean, those things, they do have, like, the helmet has to be morphed to that pilot's head prior to being even created. So, yeah, that makes sense.
All that and all of the motion tracking stuff. I imagine now that Oculus has made cheap consumer grade things, they're probably looking into making a cheaper model using those parts instead.
Yeah.
Because at the time, it's like that technology didn't exist, so they had to have somebody create the technology, and, you know, so at the time, that was probably fucking insane. They're like, you want to do what now?
Well, I've been a big fan of VR since the early 90s, and it's kind of fun. I know a thing or two about, like, the motion sensing technology that they used back then. And one of them actually used like a level bubble and a sensor that ran through it. And if the bubble went left or right, it told the computer, okay, you're tilting the head this way or that way. And it worked pretty good and stuff like that, but it was a little clunky because you're using, like, actual world physics integrated in with the computer. And once again, you run into that problem again where the processor's just taking too much information.
And that, of course, is all figuring on level flight.
Yeah.
You start doing lateral G's and shit, and the thing fucking... Oh, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. But 95, man, that's when you knew VR was going somewhere, because they had the first virtual reality multiplayer game where you're running through this very polygonal world with this pterodactyl trying to eat you. And you're shooting at each other at the same time, but you also have to watch out for that damn pterodactyl because it'll fly down and eat you. It was a fun game. I mean, I wish they would recreate that game for, like, modern VR, because I know people would play it just for the nostalgia.
You know what they need to remake for the Oculus?
What's that?
Just to be an asshole. Of course, this will never happen because of Nintendo. Mario VR, or whatever the fuck it was called.
Oh my gosh, that'd be cool.
That Nintendo VR thing that gave everybody splitting migraines.
Yeah, the one that was all red.
Yes. The one color that you probably shouldn't be beaming directly into your eyes, right next to blue. It's like, of all of the monochromatic colors, why red? Even the military doesn't use red. That's interesting. Only 6 inputs. Now, is that 6 inputs total throughout the whole airframe?
6 simultaneous inputs at the same time. Anything over that, the processor is just like, well, there must be a problem here, and you don't need this input, and the processor will decide for you what it's going to ignore.
Okay, so here you go. Each joystick input is an axis, so that's 2 inputs.
Okay.
So the joystick's 2 inputs. The rudder, depending on what she's doing with her feet, is 1 to 3 inputs.
Okay.
If she's operating the rudder with her toes, you know, just to get the side to side, it would be 1. If she's got her whole foot on there, she might have a little press on the actual brake. So then that would be registering an input. The throttle's an input, but then all of the buttons are an input. Let's say, I mean, did she have her speed brake out? I didn't see.
Yeah, I believe she did, yes.
So she was probably holding down the speed brake button because the Navy planes, for some fucking reason, automatically retract the speed brakes under a certain speed. So that's an input. If there was anything else she had to be operating, that's another input. So the speed brake is 1, rudder's 1, joystick's 2. So there's 4 inputs right there. And if she's got her feet on the rudder pedals and putting in a slight motion on the brakes, That's 6. She now has 6 inputs.
Yeah.
So then she touches the throttle, and that's when the computer ignores it. I know all about that. I ran into that in, when I was playing PlanetSide 2, and I had just a regular USB keyboard. And that thing froze up at 3 inputs. I didn't realize how many times I was hitting more than 3 keys at a time until I had that. And and of course that thing would drop all of the inputs. It wouldn't so if you hit 4, it just stopped recognizing all of them.
I think what it is that F-35 is too busy running up its processor for all these advanced systems and sensors that it's got to give somewhere, and it chooses to give at the worst possible thing, pilot's input.
Or they were just cheap.
Well, I did a lot more reading into it, and it seems like most of the accidents of the F-35 are either due to that or fatigue. Here's another stupid thing, by the way. Guess what else the computer controls?
I don't know.
The oxygen flow.
Really?
Yeah, it senses whether there is a negative or a positive pressure in the mask. That way it conserves oxygen by not constantly blowing into the mask like it does with certain other aircraft. But the funny thing is that the F-16 does the same thing, but in a more simplistic way. There's just a valve on the mask itself that senses when the pilot is breathing in, pushing out, and it just sets off a switch, just like a scuba gear mask. You know, and it's just there's no computer involved, and it allows you to breathe in, and it gives you oxygen when you're breathing in, and then it closes when you're breathing out, and it's more simplistic that way. But the F-35 wanted to have that like computer controlled, so the computer is working on that too. And oftentimes,
So
in order to get that working right,
So let me
the
get this
pilot
straight.
has to breathe harder. They have to, like, you know, forcefully, you know, breathe in and out just to get that thing working. So the pilot's freaking fatigued while they're flying around.
So let me get this straight. They have a function that can be performed by a $10 part from Lowe's, an air regulator valve, being done by the computer.
Yes.
That makes no goddamn sense. That must be like Lockheed Martin brainchild kind of thing. Somebody at fucking Lockheed Martin's like, I have a great fucking idea.
Yeah.
Now, this is gonna be an interesting carrier landing for me. Very interesting.
What you gonna do?
I gotta come in sideways, dude. The carrier turned. It's no longer into the wind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just did my my first pass for the case 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like flying 20 degrees to the right. My angle of attack indicator or whatever wasn't even on the HUD. That's some serious crabbing, right?
Yeah. Gotta slip the landing. Hopefully it's not gonna be as severe as a Cessna.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't turn into a slip and fall.
You'd have to write a report.
Well, I'm not an F-35, so I can't blame it on the computer.
Yeah.
Of course, that also begs the question, if the thing is pretty much a drone with a drone pilot local, why aren't they just using the ACLS?
I do not know.
Because at that point, there's no point in manually landing anymore. Because that's not even the plane's computer that would be landing you. That's the carrier's computer. It adjusts you according to a highly accurately calculated glide approach. It's uncomfortable as fuck, but that was 1980s. I imagine it's a little more gentle these days.
Yeah. I know you're gonna make this landing. You know why?
Why?
Because if you don't, then I'm gonna be next in line right behind you, which means you're gonna make it.
Nope. That's a bolter. And a full burn. Woo! That almost involves some fire.
Yeah, I'm using just the flaws. Because I'm off hood with this landing.
Me too.
All right, LSO, guide me in.
Are you sure it's full right rudder and not full left rudder?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Hey, Bad Bake. Everybody wants to see us land in this fucking crosswind. I guess that's what we need to do. We need to start setting up challenge maps.
Well, it's definitely a challenge.
We're gonna have to do a landing in pea soup fog.
All right.
True ILS. Oh no, it's not the carrier trolling. Somebody gave that thing some interesting waypoints.
I wrongly assumed that we'd get a lot of landings done before that first turn.
I timed the course to last 3 hours, which is the maximum time of the stream.
Ah.
I always make sure the timing of the first waypoint. I actually
I'm
go...
enjoying the challenge.
Yeah, it's interesting. Hey, Black Queen, how you doing?
I don't know if we're playing flight sim or NASCAR because we are turning left.
Alright, everybody, get below decks. It's gonna be bad. Yeah, it's not happening.
Okay, I'm on final. Let's do this right though. Alright.
Guess it's a good thing I brought all these fuel tanks.
Yeah.
Bad Bake says that ship captain's a dick. Yeah, his name's Weir.
Alright. Line up the flaws right about there. Alright, there we go. Little low. Little low. Get back up there. There we go. Alright. No, don't. I know, asshole.
Yelling at you to wave off.
You want to get in here and try this?
Now you know why I don't listen to them. That's why they never let me fly off a carrier. Like, you can't turn off the radio when the LSO is talking. He's a prick.
Yeah.
You won't shut up. They concentrate. Bad Bake says, so where counts as a downwind leg here? This is a downwind leg right here. I'm on it. So I'm pretty much going into the wind right now.
Pissing into it.
Yeah.
I am definitely in an upwind, downwind. Now I'm turning downwind, crosswind.
Black Queen says, I never understand anything y'all talk about. I can teach you if you want.
Unlike Cap, I can try and explain best.
I mean, honestly, I didn't know what any of these fucking words meant 2 years ago myself either, so don't feel too bad about it.
Yeah. So right now I'm just turning base. Base is the turn that you take just before you turn on your very final approach. And base is where final should be, according to the wind, but the aircraft carrier, due to my faulty programming, is turning is turned sideways to the wind, which means we have a crosswind landing, which means the air is traveling across the airfield instead of straight into the airfield. And you want to land with the wind directly in front of you. That's ideal. And it's not ideal, and it's not undoable. It's just it makes it very difficult for the pilots. For instance, in order to straighten up, I have to hit full right rudder to swing the butt end of the aircraft around to fight the wind while I'm landing at the same time. So now I'm turning final. For the 4th try, I think.
I'm going to ignore your advice and do things my way.
I'm just explaining, it's not advice.
I know.
I'm not arguing, I'm just explaining why I'm right.
Well, we're already fucking up by landing on a carrier in a fashion that you shouldn't be landing on a carrier, so.
I'm way below flaws. 1 second.
It's okay, you got it. You won't hit the back of the carrier.
Carl, this is your day. This is your day, Carl. This is not my day.
So a crosswind landing is extremely fucking difficult, and a carrier landing is extremely fucking difficult. And when you combine the two, well,
You get Mission Impossible.
when you combine the two, they tell you to climb to altitude and midair refuel and wait it out.
Yeah, well, we do have a mid-air refueler, so there's that. And then we get to find out what a tailwind landing is going to be like.
Almost. Yes. You've seen how many times I've landed in this Black Queen? It's a whopping 0. And under normal circumstances, I'm pretty reliable at getting traps, aka landing.
This crazy guy's turning final again. Clear the deck, motherfuckers.
Y'all better just hide below decks until they eject.
It's okay, I got the ball, really.
Yeah, I got the ball. It's right here between my legs.
This carrier's gonna sink with the size of these things. in order to land on that. Because I'm literally looking out my left window to guess how to land.
This is where I'd be calling and be like, alright, can you just put out the fucking net? Because,
I know. Get off my back, LSO.
that's the thing, Bad Bait.
No.
The reason I'm not taking chances is because I got a cold start, which means I gotta wait 5 fucking minutes to get back in the air, so that's why I'm flying.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Yeah,
Alright, get your ass out of the way, I'm coming.
I'm working on it. I gotta punch the LSO in the face. Give me just a sec. It's standard. It's SOP. Just want to refuel while I'm here because who knows how long it'll take before it happens again. Yeah. Or not. Oh shit.
Did I lose a wing there? Woo!
They're gonna have to replace a wire.
I broke the wire?
Yeah, you snapped that wire.
Oh shit. Well, they better hurry up, I need that wire.
That was a nice recovery.
Yeah, I literally got my feet wet there.
Wow.
They're gonna
Yeah,
have
that
to.
was just bad luck right there. That wire snapped.
They're gonna have to. Well, I came in a little too fast. It's. I'm trying to pay attention to one too many fucking things right now.
Yeah.
It's like I'm
That's
trying to
what the
line it.
processor said to that woman.
Yeah, I'm trying to line it up, and then it's like, oh, you're going too fast. I'm like, oh fuck. Well, handsome, that's assuming they still have their legs. Just saying.
Yeah, well, luckily they were all out of the way.
Yeah. That's dangerous fucking shit when those wires break.
Heck yeah.
At this point, my landing gear is probably gonna give out on my next touch. It's been so overspeeded
right.
and it's been so overspeeded and beat the fuck up.
Oh, man.
Oop. That's it.
Oh.
That's exactly what happened to her.
Yeah. Let me get out of the spot just in case you spawn on it.
That's fine. Mm.
I realize how difficult this is going to be.
Yeah, thanks, asshole.
You're welcome.
Wow, yeah, that cable's gone.
On my screen they replaced it by now, but maybe on yours they didn't.
I only see 4. Are there supposed to be only 4?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Infield 1-1 on final, does not have the ball. The ball flew away in the wind. No ball.
Captain No Balls.
This is definitely a weird way to land. On final. Fuck me.
No, thank you.
And down. Hey, Bad Bake. Oh.
Did the wind get fucking worse?
It feels like it.
Holy shit, the wind got worse.
I'm getting off the runway. Clear.
Did you, like, have variable weather or some shit set up?
Nah. Maybe
This
the
is-
carrier's picking up speed.
Maybe the carrier changed course again.
Maybe. Let's just count ourselves lucky we're not in a Tomcat. With that surface area, holy crap.
Yeah, that thing would just have to fucking eject. Skip, 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 skip. Nope. That was a bolter. I knew it was a bolter when I hit the deck because I hit it way too early.
But still, I mean, that was a nice touch and go.
Not as early as she hit the deck, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, at least you still have control of your airplane to get out of it.
At least I still have my landing gear.
Yeah. I don't know what your experience is, Bad Big, but do you know how to do an auto start, if all else?
Yeah, not only did he make it hard, he also made it cold start.
You can
This is
just
what
hit Windows Home at the same time. That'll start everything up for you.
this is what happens when Brian says, "Oh yeah, I updated the training mission."
I'll make some hot start planes. I just thought you always liked cold start.
Just in the A10, but not always.
All right.
If it's anything where I anticipate having to respawn, I prefer a hot start.
Okay.
I only want to have to do a cold start once, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I'm back.
Welcome back. I do it without hitting this fucking mast. Why is this destroyer so fucking close all of a sudden?
I don't know. That was really close. That was good. I mean, other than, that looks like you're getting the hang of it.
So another feedback, you need to move that destroyer way the fuck out.
Well, it was way out. I don't know why it's in like that.
Almost hit its fucking mast. That's dangerous. I'd drop a bomb on his ass. Gives me incentive to land. Chief, give me a 2,000 pounder to drop on that captain's face over there, because he's a fucking asshole. Call him up on the radio. Captain, you on the bridge deck right now? Yeah, why? Look up.
I always like that ship, Captain. That ship's the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Nope. Oh, and the game froze too. Wow. That was a perfect simulation. Yeah. I couldn't even get my afterburner up. The game actually froze until I hit the deck. That was a simulation of the crash. Perfect simulation. That was exactly when her ship froze up too. I don't know, man. I'm done. That's just frustrating me.
You want me to reset it from the beginning when we were into the wind?
No. No, I'm done. I'm just gonna watch.
Alright. Sorry about that.
Half send, huh? Gonna have to ask you off stream about that call sign. That and I want to watch you do the landing since you have already figured it out. Because I'm obviously doing it wrong.
And a lot of rudder work. Rudder and throttle.
We'll be back again next Tuesday, hopefully with less crosswind. We'll see. That took a while for it to close out the server. Alright, well, we'll be back next week. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Till next time, y'all have a good one.